Module 2. Core Competencies of Digital Leaders in the 21st Century. Module Overview. In today's hyper-connected, data-driven, and fast-paced global economy, traditional leadership qualities like vision, communication, and decision-making are no longer sufficient on their own. The 21st century leader must embrace digital competencies, skills, mindsets, and behaviors that align with the evolving dynamics of the digital age. These competencies go beyond basic digital literacy, e.g., knowing how to use technology, and extend into the realm of leading organizations through digital transformation, managing disruptive innovation, navigating uncertainty, and building a digitally resilient workforce. This module explores in depth the core competencies every digital leader must master, including digital literacy, adaptability, innovation, collaboration, data-driven decision-making, emotional intelligence in digital contexts, and cyber-ethical awareness. These competencies serve as the foundation upon which leaders can build sustainable, forward-thinking organizations in the digital century. 1. Digital literacy and fluency. Digital literacy means the ability to understand, evaluate, and use digital tools, platforms, and technologies in a competent manner. It goes beyond simply being able to use a smartphone or run software. It involves knowing the strategic role of technology in driving competitive advantage. Digital fluency is the higher level of mastery where leaders not only understand technology, but also integrate it seamlessly into operations, communications, and business strategy. Examples: leveraging AI-powered analytics to anticipate customer needs, using cloud collaboration tools to manage remote teams, or applying blockchain for supply chain transparency. Why it matters. A digitally literate leader can differentiate between hype and reality, ensuring technology investments align with long-term strategy. 2. Adaptability and agility. In a world of constant disruption, adaptability is a survival skill. The COVID-19 pandemic, the rise of AI, and global supply chain shifts highlight the need for leaders who can pivot quickly. Agility in digital leadership involves rapid decision-making in uncertain environments, iterative experimentation, test, learn, scale, proactively anticipating future trends, foresight-driven leadership. Example: leaders who quickly transitioned their companies to remote-first models during the pandemic demonstrated digital adaptability. Why it matters? Organizations led by adaptive leaders are more resilient to crises and better positioned to exploit emerging opportunities. 3. Innovation. Mindset. Innovation is not just about generating new ideas, but also about embedding creativity into organizational culture. Digital leaders must foster an environment where employees feel empowered to experiment, take risks, and challenge the status quo. Key components: design thinking, problem solving with empathy, ideation, and rapid prototyping. Open innovation, collaborating beyond organizational boundaries with startups, universities, or competitors. Fail-fast approach, encouraging small, calculated failures as learning opportunities. Example: Elon Musk's leadership in Tesla and SpaceX showcases an innovation-driven mindset where failure is treated as a stepping stone to success. Why it matters. Innovation-driven leaders ensure organizations remain relevant in a landscape of accelerating change. 4. Data-driven decision-making. Modern leadership requires evidence-based management. Leaders must understand how to interpret, question, and leverage big data, analytics, and AI insights. Competence in this area does not mean being a data scientist, but being able to ask the right questions, challenge biases in data, and translate insights into strategy. Example: Amazon's ability to leverage customer data for predictive analytics in recommending products and managing inventory illustrates the power of data-driven leadership. Why it matters. Data-driven leaders make smarter, less biased, and more impactful decisions. 5. Collaboration and digital communication. In the 21st century, leadership is networked, not hierarchical. Digital leaders must master collaboration across physical, cultural, and digital divides. Key tools and skills: virtual collaboration tools, Slack, Zoom, MS Teams, building digital communities and knowledge-sharing ecosystems, cross-border teamwork and cultural intelligence. Example: Microsoft under Satya Nadella has emphasized collaborative leadership, where teamwork and inclusivity are prioritized. Why it matters. Collaboration is the lifeblood of innovation and organizational adaptability. 6. Emotional intelligence, EQ, in digital contexts. Traditional leadership relied heavily on face-to-face communication, where emotions were easier to read. In digital environments, leaders must adapt EQ skills to virtual settings, building trust remotely, demonstrating empathy via digital channels, managing conflicts across virtual teams. Example: leaders who check in on employees' well-being during remote work, beyond just task management, build stronger loyalty and engagement. Why it matters. High EQ in digital settings enhances team cohesion, reduces turnover, and creates psychologically safe workspaces. 7. Cybersecurity and ethical awareness. With digitization comes cyber risks, data breaches, hacking, privacy violations. Leaders must ensure awareness of cyber vulnerabilities, promoting organizational cyber hygiene, embedding ethics in digital operations, e.g., responsible AI use, GDPR compliance, customer privacy. Example: companies like Apple emphasize data privacy as a leadership value, strengthening customer trust. Why it matters. Ethical and cyber-aware leaders safeguard brand reputation and organizational sustainability. 8. Continuous learning and digital curiosity. The half-life of digital skills is shrinking. What leaders know today may be obsolete tomorrow. Leaders must commit to lifelong learning, adopting a growth mindset, and constantly re-skilling. Example: leaders engaging in executive digital courses, attending innovation labs, or adopting reverse mentoring, younger digital natives mentoring older executives. Why it matters. Learning-driven leaders remain relevant and position their organizations to thrive in the long term.